chilling in the EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg room. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5", some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. Come check it out. Up top, every planet. In a bag was crazy. NBA YoungBoy, see all this? It's on its way to you. Let's go.
See, let me kick the ballistics one time. Let me say this. The reason the black man has opted for individualism and materialism, the reason the black man has opted for individualism and materialism is because he don't think he can compete for political and economic supremacy. So the black man has decided to run a masculine scam on the black community. The black man has decided to run a masculine scam on the black community. And the masculine scam that the black man is running on the black community, the masculine scam that the black man is running on the black community, the masculine scam is that I'm going to show you how much materialism I own. I'm going to brag about my chains and my clothes. I'm going to brag about my house and my car. I'm going to brag about my women and my vacations. And I'm going to use all of this useless material bullshit to distract my black women and black children away from the fact that I don't have the balls to compete with the brown man, the yellow man, the red man, and the white man for political and economic supremacy. I'm going to say it again. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand. I'm going to say it again. This is King Kong consciousness talking to you. I'm going to say it again. This is the most requested, relevant, and revolutionary black scholar in the world today. The black man is trying to distract the black woman and the black child in the black community away from the fact he's afraid to fight the white man politically and economically. He's afraid to fight the brown man politically and economically. He's afraid to fight the yellow man politically and economically. So he gonna tap out for individualism and materialism. He gonna tap out for individualism and materialism. And then you get your religious hustlers. Let's talk about religious hustlers. And I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say this right now. And I'm not calling no names because I'm not into that. But one day we're going to have to take a long, hard look at the role of the religious hustler, not only in the black community, but within the black consciousness community. We have a long history of religious hustling in the black community. We got mainstream religious hustling. We got black nationalist religious hustling. If we are really going to fix the problems of the black community, we have to deal with the role of the religious hustler in the black community. If we don't ever deal with the role of the religious hustler in the black community, we will never solve these problems. And the religious hustler is like any other black man. Most black men have tapped out of the masculine competition for political and economic supremacy. Most black men have tapped out of the political and economic competition amongst men, and they have settled for materialism and individualism. Well, guess what? The black pastor has done the same thing. The black pastor has done the same thing. The black pastor has tapped out on religion. The black pastor says, I don't need to compete for my community. The black pastor says, I don't have to fight for my community. The black pastor says, I don't have to struggle for my community. The black pastor says, I'm just going to worship Jesus. and take all your money so you can worship Jesus. And Jesus is going to take care of my problem. That's a religious coward. That's a religious coward. That's a religious coward. Because you are too scared to struggle against the white man. Because you are too scared to struggle against the brown man. Because you are too scared to struggle against the yellow man. And this masculine competition for political economic supremacy of the planet Earth. Because that's what this is about. This is real men fighting to control the resources, the land, and the people of the planet Earth. This is a struggle for men. If you are not a man, you don't want in the struggle. So most black men say, shit, I can't beat the white man. I can't beat the yellow man. I can't beat the brown man. I can't struggle against the untouchables. So I'm going to tap out for individualism and materialism. I'm going to brag about all the cars I own. No political power. I'm going to brag about all the clothes I got. No political power. I'm going to brag about all the sneakers I got. No political power. I'm going to brag about all the loosey-gooseys and smelly nellies I got on speed dial. I'm going to brag about all the loosey-gooseys and smelly nellies I got on my phone. I'm going to brag about all the loosey-gooseys and smelly nellies I got on my speed dial. And I'm going to just brag about my merchandise. I ain't got no power. I ain't got no power. I have merchandise. I want us to be clear about a couple things, African family. I want us to be clear about a couple things. Hey, Sister Trisha, how you doing, beautiful? I see you. Keep that hair natural. Ladies, we must keep the hair natural. If I can't grab it, I can't have it. I want us to be clear about a couple of things when we talk about the Negro inferiority complex. The reason black people do not seek to compete with the other groups for political and economic supremacy is because black people don't believe they can compete. I want us to understand this. The reason we don't have our own banks, the reason we don't have our own schools, the reason we don't have our own supermarkets, the reason we don't have our own hospitals, the reason we don't have our own manufacturing, the reason we don't have our own distribution, black people do not believe that we can compete with Caucasians. We don't believe we can compete with Arabs. We don't believe we can compete with the untouchables. We don't believe we can compete with the Asians. We don't believe we can compete. That is why black people are not interested nor involved in the eternal tug of war for political and economic supremacy. Let us be clear about something. Nobody is interested in sharing with anybody else. Let us be absolutely clear. Multiculturalism is a joke. Multiculturalism is a joke. Multiculturalism is a joke. Nobody practices or believes in multiculturalism. That's a scam they run on black people so you don't compete. Nobody believes in multiculturalism. That's a scam they run on black people so that we don't compete. Nor will we compete because we don't have the confidence. We don't have the confidence necessary to compete. The world we live in is a four-way tug of war for political economic supremacy on the planet Earth. That's what it is. It is a four-way tug of war. Arabs, Asians, Anglo-Saxons, East Indians. Four-way tug of war. African people are not involved. African people are not involved, especially in the United States, especially in the Western Hemisphere, especially in the Americas, because we don't believe we can compete. That's why black men aren't coming together to fight to build black banks. That's why black men are not coming together to fight to build our own black hospitals. That's why black men are not coming together to fight to build our black supermarkets, our distribution networks. When they say black men have been psychologically conquered, that is largely true. That is largely true. Black men have been politically and economically conquered psychologically. That is absolutely true. We do not fight for our community. We do not build for our community. We do not protect our community. The only time we show an uproar, is when the white man makes us angry by not allowing us to participate. We don't want competition. We want participation. I'm going to say this again. The black man is politically effeminized. The black man is economically effeminized. The white man is competing for economic supremacy. The Asian is competing for economic supremacy. The Arab is competing for economic supremacy. The East Indian is competing for economic supremacy. And the black man is waiting for the white man to give him some grant money. The black man is waiting for the white man to give him reparations. The black man is waiting for the white man to give him a bank loan. Doesn't this look a little weird to you? Even if you don't have a high political IQ. Even if you don't have a high political IQ. Even if you don't have a high political IQ, don't you find it a little odd that while the white man struggles with the yellow man, while the yellow man struggles with the brown man, don't you find it a little odd while the brown man struggles with the red man, the black man ain't struggling against no man. The black man is trying to collaborate and participate. The black man does not believe in competition. We have been politically and economically effeminized.